In a world of hidden paradises, the Gambia whispers its secrets slowly. It's the smallest country on mainland Africa, just a slender strip of land wrapped around a river. And yet, foreign men keep returning. Not just for the golden beaches or the birdwatching, but for someone far more magnetic. Here, connection isn't complicated. A smile at a roadside cafe, a shared laugh over grilled fish. And suddenly, hearts open. They call it the smiling coast of Africa. But to some, it's also the coast of irresistible companions. Why are so many men from Europe, from America, from Asia, finding not just adventure here, but affection? Is it romance, escape? A deeper longing neither party can explain? Or is the Gambia offering a kind of intimacy the rest of the world forgot how to give? But what no one expected was this. It all starts not in a hotel lobby, but with a single note from a 21-string harp floating through the Gambian night. And a woman who knows exactly what she wants. The Gambia may be small in size, but its soul stretches wider than the river that runs through it. Here, life hums in rhythm drums at dusk, chatter at sunrise, waves that kiss the shore like a gentle reminder slow down. But beyond its sun-soaked charm lies something deeper. A social dance, quiet but powerful. Foreign men arrive with curiosity. Gambian women meet them with grace and purpose. This isn't a transactional tale. It's a cultural conversation where different worlds brush against each other and sometimes choose to stay connected. Some call it romance, others call it controversy. But beneath every glance, every gesture, there's a deeper story waiting to be told. So today, we journey into the Gambia through its capital streets, its coastal villages, its festivals, and fireside chats to uncover not just why these connections happen, but what they really mean. Welcome to the Global Trail, where we blaze paths across our world, one untold truth at a time. Banjul and Kololi, where journeys begin, where the beer is cold, the music is hot, and hearts open fast. Banjul, the Gambia's capital, greets you not with grandeur, but with intimacy. Narrow streets wind between faded colonial buildings and vibrant market stalls where colors sing louder than traffic. But just a short ride down the coast, Kololi comes alive, especially after sunset. By day, it's palm-lined beaches and ocean breeze. By night, it transforms into something electric, a crossroads of stories, cultures, and unexpected chemistry. At a seaside bar, you might find Thomas, a retired teacher from Birmingham, sipping local beer and tapping his feet to Afrobeat rhythms. Next to him, Awa, confident, sharp-eyed, with a laugh that cuts through noise like a lighthouse beam. They met 3 nights ago. Now they're planning a trip upriver together. This isn't rare. Kololi is a place where foreign men and Gambian women connect, sometimes casually, sometimes deeply. Some call it romance tourism. Others see companionship, conversation, curiosity. But for many, it's simpler than labels. I like that he listens. Awa says, no judgment, no rush. She's not looking for rescue. She's looking for recognition. And for Thomas, it's not just the warmth of the sun that draws him back year after year. It's the warmth of being seen. Love, maybe. An escape sometimes, but always a beginning. Because in Kololi, things move fast, but they often come from something real. And as night deepens over the Atlantic, so do the stories whispered between strangers turned companions. Roots Festival and Cultural Pride. It's not just a festival, it's a homecoming for hearts across oceans. Every 2 years, the Gambia hosts something extraordinary. The Roots International Festival, part celebration, part ceremony, part reckoning. It draws thousands, not just from Africa, but from the diaspora, Black Americans, Caribbeans, Europeans, all searching for threads of origin woven into this West African coast. And woven into this journey are encounters, unexpected, human, honest. At the riverbank, beneath the fading sun, music swells djembe drums, ululations, the haunting twang of the kora. Crowds sway, not in sync, but in spirit. Among them, a woman named Isatu, wrapped in indigo fabric, dancing beside a man from Chicago she met on day 1. By day 4, they've exchanged numbers, stories, and silent moments that speak louder than words. I came to understand where I came from, he says, but I think I also found someone who understands me. That's the thing about Roots, it's not just a look back. It's a chance to look across, to see someone who lives here, thrives here, and wants to share it, not sell it. The Gambia's cultural pride isn't performative. It's living, breathing, and for many women here, it's what makes them magnetic, strong, rooted, vibrant, not despite history, but because of it. The Roots Festival reminds the world that connection isn't always romantic, but when it is, it carries the weight of something much older, deeper, and unshakably real. The women of Gambia grace, strength, and choice. They don't chase love, they choose it. To understand the Gambia's quiet magnetism, you have to meet its women. Not through headlines or hearsay, but in real places, markets, classrooms, dance circles, riverboats. There's Fatumata, a street vendor in Serekunda, who jokes fluently in 4 languages. She's sharp, unfiltered, and fully in charge of her life. There's Mariam, a school principal in Brikama, who's raising 2 sons, mentoring teenage girls, and recently started dating a Swedish volunteer. She didn't wait to be chosen. She made the first move. I've built my own world, she says with a calm smile. If someone wants to walk beside me, they're welcome. But I'm not slowing down. This is the nuance often missed. Gambian women aren't just beautiful, they're dynamic. Many are educated, entrepreneurial, rooted in culture, but not confined by it. Their warmth is not submission, it's clarity. Their openness is not need, it's choice. Foreign men often speak of being seen here, listened to, held without suspicion. But for Gambian women, this openness isn't about pleasing others. It's a reflection of power, soft, smart, and sovereign. Some seek relationships, some seek fun, some seek business partnerships that turn into something more. But the common thread agency, they're not waiting, they're walking. And if someone happens to keep pace, so be it. In a world full of noise, their clarity is magnetic, and in the Gambia, clarity is a form of allure too rare to ignore. Affordability and hospitality. Why many stay? It starts as a vacation and becomes a second life. For many foreign men, the Gambia begins as a getaway, a place to escape the gray winters of Europe, the noise of fast-paced cities, but then something happens. The sea feels warmer, the food richer, the smiles longer lasting. In Kololi or Kotu, $25 gets you a beachfront guest house. A plate of spicy Domota stew costs less than a coffee in London. But the true luxury isn't price, it's presence. Locals don't rush. They sit, ask, laugh, invite. You'll find yourself sipping wanjo juice with strangers who become guides, or joining a family dinner before you've even unpacked your bag. And then there are the women, not chasing tourists but not avoiding them either. There's curiosity, sure, but also confidence. Many visitors describe the Gambia as the first place they've truly exhaled. And for some, that calmness is addictive. David, a German expat, came for 2 weeks. He's now been here 4 years. I felt seen, he says, not for my passport, for my presence. It's not a fantasy. Life here has its struggles, but the hospitality is real. The laughter is real. The connections, even the complicated ones, are real. And when something is real, it's hard to walk away from. That's why many stay. Not because the Gambia is perfect, but because it feels honest. And in that honesty, something rare takes root, a life not just visited, but chosen. Challenges, criticism, and courage. Mini hook. Behind every smile is a choice not everyone understands. The Gambia's warmth draws many in, but not everyone watches with admiration. Whispers follow women who connect with foreign men. She's just after a visa. He's just looking for something easy, simplistic, cynical, and often wrong. Because behind these connections are stories of courage, of women choosing joy despite judgment, of men opening their hearts despite suspicion. Mariama, a single mother in Bacau, hears the talk. Her partner, a retired Italian chef, now helps run her food stall. Let them gossip. She shrugs. They don't feed my son. It's not always smooth. Power dynamics are real. So are cultural clashes, jealousy, even heartbreak. But so is honesty. So is mutual growth. And in many cases, so is love. What's often missed is that these relationships, when built on respect, challenge old structures. They question assumptions about class, gender, and identity. They make people uncomfortable. And maybe that's the point, because comfort never changed anything. But courage builds bridges where walls once stood. Some critics call it transactional, but the Gambia shows us that relationships, like cultures, are layered. Not everything is simple, but some things are sincere. And if sincerity scares us more than cynicism, maybe it's not them we should be questioning. Maybe it's ourselves, as the Atlantic wind picks up across the coast. One truth lingers in the salt. There's more bravery in connection than there is in judgment. The Gambia may be one of Africa's smallest nations, but within its borders lies a vast truth that connection defies geography, income, and even expectation. What begins on a beach, at a festival, or in a crowded cafe can bloom into something enduring. Not always romantic, not always perfect, but real. Here, women don't wait for permission to love boldly. They choose. They ask, they engage, and in doing so, they challenge the world's lazy assumptions about who's chasing whom. Here, men discover more than sunshine and comfort. They discover themselves in new light, seen not as tourists, but as people. And in between judgment and joy, there is space for honesty, for humor, for heartbreak, for healing. The Gambia reminds us, love, like travel, works best when we leave our baggage behind. So the next time someone tells you that these relationships are too messy, too complicated, too controversial, remember what's truly radical here: two people from two worlds, looking each other in the eye and saying, "Let's try." That may not be everyone's idea of paradise, but for some, it's more than enough.
So, what do you think?
Would you walk this path of connection? Or do you dare blaze your own type reel in the comments if you believe love, like travel, should cross boundaries? Or tell us, have you ever felt at home somewhere far from home? We'd love to hear your story. And if this journey moved you, hit like, subscribe, and ring that little bell, because more trails, more truths, and more surprises are just around the corner. From Banjul's sun-drenched shores to the conversations we carry home. Thank you for exploring with us. This is the global trail blazing paths across our world. See you on the next one.